Hey, welcome everyone. Tom here. For those of you that know me, I want to bid you a good hello. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a retired chief foreign exchange trader with over 30 years experience doing this stuff. I want to welcome you to my channel, and I hope that you find some interesting things here. What my goal is to provide you with pertinent information that you could use to advance your Forex trading, cryptocurrency trading forward. Everything that I teach here can be used on anything: stocks, commodities, cryptocurrencies. They're all valid. Everything is valid. So in this video, I'm going to tackle the upcoming week, what the major support points are, what the resistance points are, the market profile, bullish, bearish, and I hope that you enjoy the content. And please, if you like what you see, like and subscribe. Head on over to Park Avenue Trading, get yourself a free ebook. Everything I do is basically scientific, so it's like you can repeat it over and over again. There's no, there's nothing nebulous about it. I think that you'll enjoy it, and I'll get to send you some emails and tell you my story. So I look forward to seeing you on the channel. Please, if you like what you see, thumbs up, leave some comments for me, tell me some things that you'd like to see. And remember always, enjoy the party, but dance near the door. Cheers. Hey, welcome everyone. Tom here from Park Avenue Trading, your chief dealer, keeping you sane in insane markets. And here is the weekly forecast, weekly update for you guys. You got to pay attention to the dailies because this is weekly projections, and as things shake and move, I'll have the daily points of interest that you could trade off of. If you've been following those points, you should be making some good pips. But anyway, starting off with dollar yen. Dollar yen, we have this week we have a short-term resistance at 158.03. If we can get over 158.03, we got a potential to take out this 158.92. That opens us up for the week up to 160.73 is the next big resistance. Remember, we had that high point last year at 161.95. So this is a critical price, the 160.70, 160.69. If it blows through that, it's going to take the top out. And then we're looking at, 162.5. But let's go one step at a time. This week we have, a good support at 155, say 90, 155. I have it at 155.96, say 90. And if that breaks, then we're opening up to 154.41. Anything can happen in Forex. I don't know. I still think that dollar yen is bid. But that doesn't mean it can't go down first before it goes back up. I didn't really expect it to come back down to the 157.22 level, but it was right by the support level I had. It was 10 points below what I had as support on Friday. So really it didn't, it was probably just irrational exuberance. It was also it was a stop loss orders being kicked in, and, market paradox situation right there. The institutionals, the big boys forcing people, the strong hands actually pushing the marketplace down to get the weak hands out, and then, basically taking it back up a little bit. It didn't really rock it up. So it's got to get over 158.05 during the week. Then you could start to think, oh, maybe, we got a potential to get back up to the top of the last week's range. And that's that 158.85. Once it breaks that, then it's opening its way up to 160.73. This is a really important resistance level. If it holds, it's pushing dollar yen back down towards the 156, the figure level. All right, let's move over to sterling US dollar. Ooh, I got all my last stuff up here. Let's just get rid of it. If you haven't seen my Fibonacci video, make sure you go watch that. Fibonacci wave, that's a great Great video, in my opinion. Cable is really showing its weakness here. Hang on, let me get some points. Okay, with sterling dollar right now, the main support for the week, well, not main, first level of support is 121.48. If that breaks, it's opening its way up for the week to 119.30. The only way it shows any potential recovery is if it gets over 124.06 right now. And that's a lot of wood to chop for cable. So sterling really is in a downward movement towards that 120.20 that we were talking about. I've been talking about. If that breaks, it's opening 119.30. And then the next level underneath that's 117.60 on the downside, 117.60. If it could potentially get up through this 124.06, it's got resistance again at 125.40, 125 like 70. There's a lot of resistance in sterling right now, and you know, it's starting to trend, and it has been trending, slowly grinding down. Now we got to see if it, accelerates. If you look at the ATR on the weekly, it's like a 230 point average true range for the week. So if we're looking at the ATR, basically a break of 121.48, the ATR could drive us down to 120.27, right? Actually, a little bit lower than that. 1.21, say 48 in, 0.0221 out. Yeah, 119.27. That's basically the target using the ATR. So let's go on over to good old sterling yen. This is another one that is actually showing some bearishness. And, I got stopped out of a long-term trade. I thought we were going back to 200. All the best laid plans of mice and men did not happen at all. I'm just glad I escaped with my skin on that one. I would hate to have held on like an idiot, and I didn't, thank gosh. I'll actually document that. That was a Fibonacci wave trade that went wrong. I mean, I got long at like 195.46. I sold a piece off at 197.20. When it was 198, I was like, oh man, really shouldn't have sold. I should have probably held on, but I was using a volatility type of trade, and it just didn't work. But look where we are today. So I didn't rebuy it. As a matter of fact, the break of the Fibonacci wave basically gave me the hint that you are wrong, it's going down, with no uncertain terms. So I did sell it a few times during last week, made some pips, but that's neither here nor there. So let me get some points up for the week. Okay, for the sterling yen, we are definitely, according to the weeklies, we are in a downward movement. There is support at 191.62, 190.46, and it opens up the way. If this breaks, it's opening its way up to 187.90. Now, if that goes, we're back to like 185. But like I said, let's take it one step at a time. The weekly volatility, or the average true range weekly, if you go look at it, it's 452 points. So that gives us a big envelope to trade within for back and forth. The only way that this thing shows any type of possibility of recovery right now is there's a warning level of a little bit higher at 193.28. So I'll put that one in here. 193, that's fine. 193.27. I'll make it yellow. It's basically the warning that we could potentially get back up to 194.15. Now, it would have to break 194.15 in order to show any type of potential strength. If it does break this, it needs to use this as support. So it could come back up into like the 196 level. There is resistance, 196.05. There's just a lot of wood to chop here, So, I mean, I'll put that level up. I don't want to confuse the chart too much, but here's the next level of resistance. That's fine, 196.08. So if we can get back up through this level, we're going back up to resistance at 196.08. The only way it shows any potential strength, I mean, showing that it's back into an upward movement, is getting above 197.54, and that's right now is a very strong resistance point on the weekly. If for somehow dollar yen just really takes a tear and sterling dollar gets pinned, in other words, it doesn't move down at all, or it just moves down slowly or slightly, then we got a potential. I mean, dollar yen would have to go, let's see, even if dollar yen went to 162 and cable stood right here at 190, say 190, 120, I know it's a little bit higher, but I'm just bringing it down a little bit because of dollar relationship. It would only take the cross to 196.22. So it would just take it barely above this 196.08 level. Now, if then all of a sudden they hit sterling dollar down and they leave dollar yen alone, then the cross is going to fall. So right now it's bearish. Those are the points of interest. Pay attention to this 191.62 level in sterling yen, and also 194.15 for the week. All right, let's go over to good old euro yen. Okie dokie. Let's clean this up. Okay, good old euro yen. What's really interesting about euro yen is I want you to go look on the weekly chart. As a matter of fact, let me pull it up for you. Weekly chart it is an inside bar. Now, a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on inside bars. Okay, so they believe that the break of the low of the inside bar is a bearish signal. I have the break right here because I'm just using 3-bar harmony. And I have this low right here. So if this low goes, I'm saying that's the signal that we're driving down towards 159.72. And then a break of that opens up its way to 157.04. The weekly average true range on this thing is like what, 345 points or something like that, which is well, 352 points. I had 345 points. So it is opening up a big volatility window. But if it breaks that low, it's showing weakness. It's kind of following sterling yen, but it's just not as weak as the sterling, which is odd. There must be a lot of geopolitical crap going on in England. People just aren't. They're just not behind what's going on there, I guess. But so we got a break of 160.84 would open up saying it's bearish, and we got a potential to go down to 158, 157 the figure. If 157 the figure goes, we're looking back at 155.60. So now on the upside, because this market goes both ways, the only way that it shows any type of recovery is a break above 162.65. And then we got 164.60, which actually happens to be the top of the inside bar, which is cool. So if that breaks, okay, now here's the thing with the inside bar traders, okay, they would basically sell the bottom of the inside bar and they put a stop at the top of the inside bar, but they wouldn't take the reversal. Some would take the reversal, but man, now this is a long-term trader. So, you're talking about 200, say 300 points. that now you're risking 600 points to get what? I mean, it's in a kind of bearish tone. I mean, how much higher could it go right now? It's not that this is a bullish marketplace. So, you got to take into consideration like the market profile, right? Like what's going on. It's basically if we're looking at the weekly and euro yen, I mean, we have actually a slightly higher high here, but we got a lower high. So what market dynamics would say was like, okay, so we have this high, we have a higher low. You need to break this high in order to basically take us up to what? Maybe 170, 172, something like that. But right now we're in a big congestion phase. I think that it's bearish, like this is the big congestion phase right here. So if it breaks lower, it's going to create like a new block. And that new block would be like down in here. You know, 150 like that, So there we have the currencies, the outlooks. Right now, euro yen is not completely turned into a bear market yet. It's threatening to. Remember that inside bar is going to be quite interesting to watch. Really is, because I like to see what the inside bar traders are doing. Sometimes, they do it also. There are also people that trade inside bars on hourly charts. Again, I didn't see any real like edge. They tell there are people that have done studies that said that it's got like a 52% win rate, and it's pretty good at catching like a long-term trend. If you're going to look to catch long-term trends, I would suggest you use just Richard Dennis's system, 20 bar high, 20 bar low, the turtle system. That's out there. You could read about that on the internet. Trend following does work. I mean, there's just a lot of stopping and starting with it. If you could take 7 times out of 10 that you're going to keep getting punched in the face and you're going to be losing like 300 points at a time, God bless you. That's not my personality. I'd rather be in and out during the day, levels, try to collect my 100 pips, 80 pips, 60 pips. That's me. But there are other people that are like, no, I'm going for 800 points. Okay. Good luck with that. But anyway, so if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Share my videos far and wide. Want to build a big trading community. And remember always, trade what you see and enjoy the party, but dance near the door. Cheers.